Listen, stop trying to camouflage who you really are, right? I did that for years in my life. Listen, when I would be around someone that was sort of, maybe the group of people I was around, maybe they were, a little more quiet and a little more reserved, right? So I would sort of blend in and, I would be reserved and, I would be a little more quiet. But that's not who I am, right? Listen, be who you are. It is the most freeing thing that you can ever experience. Listen, take it from me, okay? Listen, when I am around a group of people, maybe they have a different personality than I do. You know what I do? Let my personality shine because that's who I am, okay? Listen, be who God made you to be, okay? If you are a little quirky, listen, I would define myself as slightly quirky, okay? I love to laugh, I love to joke, and I love to play, and, I am truly a kid at heart, and that is my personality. Now, it used to be something that I used to try to hide, right? Because I would think, oh, they're going to think I'm silly or they're going to think that I'm immature. But listen, hello, I am 56 or almost 57 years old. What people think really doesn't matter to me anymore, right? The only thing that matters to me is what God thinks of my husband, right? Listen, okay, be who you are, right? Be your own personality. Don't try to be more reserved because maybe be who you are. I was first married, right? I would, read the books and, talk to older women that have been married for a long time. And, they would share with me about, how they would garden and, how they would make their fresh vegetables and, how they can make, things in the kitchen and all these great things, right? So I decided when I was first married, right? I said, oh, okay, that's what I'm supposed to be doing too. Not no, listen, I can't garden, okay? That's not who I am. I tried. I really did try. But listen, that's why succulents are my friend, okay? Because I don't have to really tend to them. Be who you are, right? Don't be someone, it's almost like you're being this sort of chameleon. So I had to learn, listen, you are not good at gardening, okay? And that is okay, right? You have other gifts. You can't be someone that you are not. Listen, marinate and enjoy who you are, right? Don't change who you are. Don't try to be a chameleon. When you're around this group of people, you're this way, and you're around this group of people, you're another way. No, we're not doing that. I'm not talking about code switching, okay? Because sometimes we do have to code switch, at work under certain circumstances, right? So that's completely different. But listen, be who you are. Be your personality, right? If you are a wild and fun person and you enjoy going on roller coasters or